about it, think about the things I could have done, I'm not going to put it on anything other than myself. The first thing I do is look in the mirror. I got 4 ops on, Lamar didn't get the ball out, got a hit on Henry, right as soon as he got the handoff, I gotta make bigger plays.
That sneak from Andrews, I know that you expect him to go up the middle. Is that just you got to buy and sell out on that play, or you just need to be more disciplined as a group there and not let him do that?
I'm not certain as to who has them in that moment. I know that we all committed on the sneak, and they well executed play by them, and I'm not gonna point the finger at anybody. I don't know whose responsibility that was, but they had a good call for where we're at.
Myles, I'm sure you would probably give back the 4 sacks just the way you would have given back the 5 sacks if you guys could have gotten this victory. Is that right?
It's a blessing to have an opportunity to have 5, 4, however many it is. So I'm just grateful for that. Those guys were rushing the behinds often. We always talk about 4 rushers equaling 1, and I think we had a great day rushing the passer, and we all want some plays back.
Myles, I know you said that last week you said whatever Kenny's doing with the offense quarterback, you leave them to you. They take care of the defense. But when you see Shedeur kind of making his debut and kind of like a high leverage moment like that, do you say anything to him maybe during the break, or do you say anything to him after the game?
For sure. Just tell him to keep his head up. I know there was one drive in which he kind of walked off, and I saw him. He was putting his head down. I know he was kind of thinking about, I know he wants to make the play. He wants to, have that game-changing drive because, he feels like he has that ability, and we've seen it. So don't be discouraged from 1 drive or 2 drives. It's a good football team over there. So just trying to keep him to keep his confidence high, and keep on chasing that standard in which he set, and we're going to continue to support him. He spoke after the game, and he wanted to pin it on himself and his performance, but we're not going to allow him to do that. It's a team game, so we're all in this together.
You said he addressed the entire team in the locker room after the game.
Myles, you said you wonder what more you could have done, but is there anything specific? You basically dominated, especially that first game.
Get the ball out. Forced fumbles definitely changed the game, and I know they're doing their best to protect that. I got to be even more violent trying to take it away. I feel like there were some opportunities in which we lost contain, and we could have had even more sacks, whether from me or from other guys, and that's just discipline on our part and things we can learn from. And they're a good team.
Myles, you mentioned you got a hit on Henry. Was that on the long run, or just a different play you're talking about?
Oh, it's TFL in the red zone.
Myles, we've heard, we haven't seen this ourselves, but we've heard a lot about the progress that Shedeur has been making, like when he runs the scout team against you guys. Have you seen some really nice progress in him over these past couple months that we've been not there? And if so, do you feel pretty confident about, going forward if he gets in there with a game plan, designed for him and everything?
It's not my position or my role to evaluate how he's doing. No, he's there to run an offense that's not ours. So I'm not going to say whether he's doing good or bad. He's doing what he's supposed to, and he doesn't complain. He doesn't bitch and moan about it. He just goes out there and does his job, and then he goes out and gets extra work.
Myles, seeing Devin get that pick 6 and then also Carson have that interception, as we talk about the importance of those takeaways, how have you just kind of continue to see those build, and then those 2 plays having an importance in this game?
First and foremost, those guys are playing at an outstanding level right now. Carson, especially as a rookie, he's the guy for Defensive Rookie of the Year. I don't think there's anyone ahead of him currently, and D. Bush is having an absolute resurgence. I'm feeling more comfortable in the scheme and playing with his hair on fire. So those guys are taking the ball away. That kind of eluded D. Bush at the beginning of the season, and now he's really starting to put it all together. And they're really playing off each other. So I could be proud of how they're playing in the secondary in general. And I think the defense looks good. There will always be some plays in which we can be a little bit sharper, get better. But that was a solid performance. But the standards got to be even higher.
You guys did so well against Henry in that first matchup. Did they do things differently schematically? I mean, you had obviously a better day with that one home run.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to give up any explosives. And, I mean, that one was the majority of the work that he did. But I mean, guy's an Hall of Famer. He's gonna get one, and you try to just limit the damage. And they stuck with the run. Giving him the ride, getting downhill, and just getting movement. Trying to keep him from shuffling or stopping his feet. And they were able to create a nice gap with the wham trap play. And so kudos to them. That was well executed.
How's everybody doing?
How you doing?
Decent. First and foremost, I want to thank God for giving me the opportunity to get out there. That's all you could ask for, honestly. A chance to get out there, get your feet wet, to experience how it feels, to even be out there with the team, with the first group, with everybody. So I truly was excited.
When did you know you're going into the game?
Right at halftime, so right before you see me, right when you see me.
What went through your mind at that moment when you found out that you were gonna be out there leading the offense?
It's time for me to step up.
How do you think you played?
I don't think I played good. I don't think I played good at all. I think it's a lot of things, we need to look at, during the week and go and just get comfortable, even throwing routes, with Jerry and throwing routes with all those guys. So I think that was my first ball to him all year. Nah, but other than that, I just think overall we just gotta go next week and understand, so then we have a week to prepare stuff I like to do.
Or do you think that if you play next week and Dylan doesn't clear protocol, do you feel like if the game plan is designed for you and you get those first team reps, those starting reps in practice, that this is just going to be a whole different ball game for you when you get out there?
No, the most I can ask for is opportunity. See, that's an uncontrollable thing that I'm not able to control, and that's not, nothing I should speak on, just being the quarterback of this team, this franchise. They gave me an opportunity. I ain't do up to my expectation, enough to get us a win, so I just got to take that one to the chin.
You mentioned that you hadn't really thrown to Jerry and these guys were starting.